Now in the second part, we will start with Tableau. Okay. Mm, so Tableau desktop is used for visualization. So before that, why we use desktop? So what is the dashboard? Like why we create a dashboard? So dashboard is an information management tool that visually tracks, analyze, and display your KPIs, metrics, and key data points to monitor the health of a business or department or a specific process. So this is the definition of data dashboard. So why we need dashboard is so that we can present information to the end user. So what information we want to present to the client? For that, we create a dashboard. So for example, if you simply look at a dashboard, Google. So this is your this is these are your dashboard. So these are your dashboard. So all the information, all the main information that you want to present to your end user. For that, you prepare a dashboard. Okay, you can see several dashboard here. So these are all your dashboard. So dashboard can contain dashboard varies differently. So there are different types of dashboard which we will explain later. So right now, what we need to know is, so why we use dashboard. So we use dashboard to visually track, analyze, or display the KPIs. KPIs means like your key performance metrics. So that's the metrics that is visible to the company. For example, so KPI is your another type of dashboard. Yes, so if you look at KPI will it's like your metrics, showing up your metrics, what's going up, what's going down. So this is your KPI metrics. So we have different types of dashboard. So the use of dashboard is to present the information to end user, all the important information that you want to present to the client. For that, you prepare a dashboard. Okay. So what are four W's of a good dashboard? So what is required to make a good dashboard? Okay. So four W's of a good dashboard is, so we need to identify who is your target audience. Okay, so for whom we are creating the dashboard. Okay, so what do they actually know? So what information they want to keep in their dashboard, what do they actually know? We need to have that in our mind. Where will they view the dashboard? So whether the dashboard is viewed in iPhone or iPad or desktop or in TV. Okay, so we need to even have that information, like where your dashboard is being viewed. And the most important is why are you building it? Like why are you building this dashboard? What are the key points, what are the key information that you want to add in your dashboard? Okay, so these four W's we need to be very aware of, these four W's. Okay, so who is your target audience, what do they actually know, where will they view the dashboard, and why are you building it? So these four information we need to have clear understanding of this four information. So who is the dashboard for? For whom we are building the dashboard? So who is the intended audience of the dashboard? Okay. So who is who is viewing your dashboard? Is it you or your supervisor or your colleague or your director? So if it is you, then you don't need to include no explanations needed because you know everything, right? So you have understanding of your data, right? So you can include advanced charts because you know all the advanced charts and all. So you can include more advanced chart and you don't need any explanation because you know what things are presented there. Okay, you don't have to look as polished, because all the information that you are presenting, you have a good amount of knowledge of what information you are presenting. Okay, so if it is your team, okay, if you want to create your dashboard, if your intended audience is your team, then we should consider the visualization, because they will not know like what are, if we include an advanced chart, if we add an advanced chart, then only I can understand, my team will not understand, right? So we need to consider the visualization and make the dashboard as simple as possible, right? So if it is your department who is viewing your dashboard, then we need to add more explanations and more terminologies, because the department is not aware of technical details, they don't have much technical details, so they would prefer to add more explanations and more terminology in our dashboard, right? So dashboard, your visualization details can be in this matrix, right? So one who is a domain expert, like who knows the business, right? And one can be who is your visualization expert, who know how to create an advanced chart, who is your another is visualization novice, and one is your visualization and domain novice. So if a person is visualization expert and domain expert, so who can be both visualization expert and domain expert, right? So we can be because I can be or you can be visualization expert as well as domain expert, right? So who can be, who can have good knowledge of good domain knowledge, but visualization skills if he barely have, it is your organization, it is your operation team operation team is good at domain, so they understand every domain knowledge, but they are not as good as performing visualization, right? So your general public is poor at visualization, they are novice at visualization as well as novice at domain, so they don't have much domain knowledge, also they don't have much visualization knowledge. The senior management has is a domain expert, and but his domain knowledge is very poor, right? Because senior management regularly regularly has have an interaction with the team, so he is similar to visualization. He has a good knowledge of visualization, but he doesn't have much knowledge of domain. So here we can see the four category of the visualization which we need to take account into. So if we are presenting any information to our operation team, suppose let's say if we are presenting our information to operation team, so our visualization should be simple and details should be little, right? And likewise, if we are presenting our information to general public, so our visualization should be simple, but details should be very high, right? Because they don't understand, general public will not understand if we don't include much information. Okay, so on and so forth. So looking at the audience, we should be able to decide which visualization should we use, right? Okay, so where is the dashboard viewed? So is it your laptop? Is it your tablet or mobile? Or is it your printed or TV display? So on that basis, we generally change the dashboard size, which we will see later how we can change the dashboard size. Also the level of interactivity, we change accordingly. So why are we making this dashboard? We also need to have that understanding. Okay, so there are four types of dashboard. If you see, so we will discuss each dashboard in more detail just right now to have a high level of understanding. So the four dashboard includes one exploratory analysis, build for discovery, informative dashboard which build for information, explanatory dashboard which is built for insight, and key performance indicator KPI build for attention. So we will look at all these dashboard step by step in the upcoming weeks. So we need to consider these while making dashboard. Why we are making dashboard? So we need to consider this, like whether it's explanatory dashboard or whether it's informative dashboard or whether we are building KPI. So we need to have that understanding. And what data will the dashboard show? This is also very important. What elements will help? What data do we need to display? Whether we need to display high level or low level of details, whether the information is updated, uh, whether it's live or it's extracted data, like information should be updated every second or minute, or it's stored in particular location and we need to pull that information. So that also what we need to include as exclude, what is the minimum viable information required. So all these things we need to consider while making a dashboard. Okay. So we will start with a very basic dashboard today. So if we go inside week one, so J1 dashboard starter, open this file.
Mm,
So have you opened?
starter.
Oh yeah.
The requested workbook does not exist on time the public. It shows me this error message. The requested workbook does not exist.
What? Uh, so so this is the raw data that you will be you will have. So now based on this data, what sort of information you can come up with? So these are the one, two, three, four, five, six questions that I came up with. So first one is to look. So here we can see the information for country and state wise, right? So whenever we have information like country, state wise, okay. So here you can see here this sign. So if you see this sign means this is geometrical data, right? So this is your geometrical data. We have postal code
Mm,
here sign. So this is your geometrical data. Okay. So I want to see like based on each state how much profit has been made based on each state. Okay, if I want to see. So so to import data from Excel, you can simply right now you need how to import you need uh, how you imported your data Excel file, so you know how to import Excel file. So once you import your Excel file, your files will appear, your sheet will appear here. So this is your sheet name. Okay, so if you merge your sheet, so this is the merged data. This is the merged data of order, people, and returns. These are all the merged data set. Okay.
mm,
So once you do that, you will have the merged data. And I want to. So here, if you see here in the left side, so here you will see. So you all measure name means you all a numerical value. Okay. So this is your all numerical value. Like for example, integer. Discount is an integer. Profit is an integer. Profit ratio is an integer. So all numerical value will lie below the categorical value. So these are all the categorical value. For example, order ID, order shipping, mode, country, product name. So all your categorical value lies upper side and your measure name numerical value lies downside. Okay. And here you have filters. So if you want to apply some filter, you can simply drag your which drag your column, your field name, and if you drag here, you have several options on basis of what you want to apply. If you turn this year wise or quarter wise or month wise, you can choose any. Okay, and here if you see here, so this here this markdown will show you like what you want to plot. Whether you want to plot bar graph, line,
Mhm.
area, square, circle, shape will come this later text, map, pie chart, Gantt chart, polygon. Okay, and these are all your tools like in which column you want to add color, in which column you want to add your size. Okay, this is the size. In which column you want to add your text, and in which column you want to show your detailed information. So these are all your tools of populating your drawing your charts. Okay, and this one here is your column and rows. Okay, so if we drag one field in column, one field in row, so let's say if I drag order date, so this will in column, so this will show information all in columns, right? So
Mhm.
here, so in rows, let's say if I add profit, profit, okay, so this will show to profit, yearly profit, this will show. Okay? Or you can see from the profit is increasing 2015 to 2018, right?
Mhm.
So this is on the basis of year wise. So
Mhm.
if we do plus here, then this will show you on a quarter basis. Okay, for first for quarter, second for
Okay.
second quarter basis. So if you again click plus here, this will show you monthly basis. Okay, if you again click here, this will go down and down, so on day basis.
Mhm.
Okay, so here whatever we add in column will be displayed in column, and rows will be displayed in rows. Okay, so first one we want to make is we want to make map. Okay, on the basis of state we want to see the profit. Okay, so we will put state information here. Okay, so this is your location, right?
Mhm.
So it's already in geometrical state. So
Mhm.
this is your location. Okay, so you can see here all the states information you can see here. Here, okay. Simply dragging and dropping your state information in this map will give you all the information about your states. Okay,
Mhm.
what we want is state on the basis of maximum profit. Okay, so we want to add profit. Let's add profit in the color. Okay. So this will, so you can see different color on the basis of each state. So if you add this information in color, so it will distinguish your each state. Okay,
Mhm.
that's why we added this in color. So for example, Texas has this much profit. So every state will be distinguished based on the color. Okay, that's why we added this as color. Okay, profit
Mhm.
as color. So this map will show you like how much profit do you have on the basis of each state, right? It shows you. This map will show you. Okay. So now if I want to see weekly category profit, so category wise weekly profit I want to see. So here you can see. So weekly information you can get from this order date, right? So weekly, so this order date has information on a day basis, but we can generate on a weekly basis.
Mhm.
So we have order date here, we have category information here, right? So called
We
category
can
information.
also use SQL here to do some manipulation.
Uh, we can add you can say like logic if you want to add. So we can use the calculated field. Mm, so here we can
Uh,
create some variable name, and here we can add a keys statement keys when if this column is greater than 20. We will see everything in more detail.
oh,
So
okay.
So we can add several logic. It's like we can do uh, any sort of manipulation we can do here.
Okay.
So, so in terms of SQL, so what we usually do is we generate reports in SQL. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So once we generate reports, so once we do all sort of query, and then we dump that as a CSV or Excel file, and
Mm-hmm.
then we connect that that file, that dumped file in Tableau. Otherwise, we can even connect our data source directly with SQL. Like we have
SQL.
here, yeah, okay, we have here Amazon Web Service. If we go here, like PostgreSQL, we can have several connections we can do here. If you click on Postgre here, we can simply give the portal name, database, username, password. If we give, we can simply do the connection. Okay.
Yeah.
And we can simply connect and we can start playing with in Tableau. We can start playing with all the database, all the tables.
It
Okay.
looks like somehow looks like uh Power BI. Yeah.
Yeah, it's similar. Like any one visualization tool, if you know, then it's good for you.
Mm-hmm.
So secondly, what would be my weekly category profit? So we can say weekly information. Weekly, we can have this order date here, right? And category information is here,
Mm-hmm.
and profit information is here. Okay. So let's put those information. So it's simply a drag and drop here, and if we do a right click here, if you press this arrow,
Mm-hmm.
okay, this arrow, and here we can see here week number. Okay, if you do a week number, this will show you week wise. Okay, now if we drag and drop category
Mm-hmm.
information here, let's add subcategory. Let's add chunk of information. So now if we have we added weekly subcategory, and let's add profit.
Profit.
Let's add profit in color. So this right now this is not showing much valuable. Let's inverse. Let's add here. So this is not giving much information to us. Right? Let's add quickly here. Remove this and if we do a line, then it gives a bit of information, but not that useful. You can do an entire view from here, but this does not make any sense. Right? So it's better if we do bar.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So let's do subcategory. Let's remove entire. We can use entire if you want. We can use in standard if you want. Okay. So this is the weekly wise. If you see week wise here on this subcategory, you can see your distribution. But this also doesn't make much good sense if we do here week category of down. So this would be if we do a line chart, that would make more sense. Okay, so line chart would make more sense. We do fit entire view. And so let's do sum of profit first, okay, and then add category as color,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and let's even add category here. Now this information looks much precise, like okay, so we can distinguish each category. So what we did, we added the category as color,
Mm-hmm.
okay, and we do sum of profit, and even we added category. So why we added category here? If you don't add category here, you see all the information is jumbled up, right?
Yes.
So we need to distinguish this information.
Mm-hmm.
So we add here category. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Now here we can easily see the profit on weekly wise profit. You can see in terms of technology, the profit is increasing rapidly on 1st of October 2017, right? And also it's decreasing rapidly on 19th of November 2017. Whereas the profit for on the basis of furniture and office supplies, it remains quite consistent, right? It
Mm-hmm.
remains with slight fluctuation we see here
Mm-hmm.
on 17th of December.
Mm-hmm.
Slight fluctuation we see, but quite looks normal. But the higher fluctuation we see on technology, on the basis of technology, right? Here you can see the increasing, decreasing. So that's sort that level of analysis we can do. Okay. So let's add weekly sales profit. So likewise we need for weekly category. Let's add weekly sales profit. So why we are doing this? Because we are trying to look on this weekly. What my data looks like on a weekly basis. We are checking. So why we are checking on the weekly basis? Because of the requirement, right? Because client need us to view the information on a weekly basis. If the client doesn't care about weekly, if the client cares about monthly basis, then we plot on the monthly basis. If client cares about daily basis, then we do on daily basis. So it all depends upon what metrics the client is looking for. Okay, so weekly sales, likewise, let's do weekly
State profit.
state profit. So update order date, and again press this button and
Mm-hmm.
convert this to week number. Okay. Sum of profit. Okay, now this time we'll see
State.
the basis of state. State in color, not contract. And state. Okay. So we need to divide our basis of state, otherwise the information will be jumbled up.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So likewise, for let's now include regional profit. So what does regional profit means? We have information about region, right? So
Mm-hmm.
on the basis of region, we want to see profit. Okay. So that's region and add. We can even simply drag and drop here the information here, right? But it's in number, it's in color form, right? So now to make this color form visible, we need to add label. Label means text information. Okay. So now we need to add text here, right? So we will drag and drop in label. Label means text
Mm-hmm.
information. Okay. So on the basis of reason, we see this information. So this is the reason of profit. Okay. So why we use label? Because to display this textual information, right?
Mm-hmm.
And why we use color? So that we can distinguish each reason. Now customer sales and profit. So on the basis of sales and profit, I want to see what who are my customers on the basis of profit and sales. Let's type profit and sales here. Now we will add customer name in detail because I want to see all the details of my customer. Okay, and I will add the profit in color and profit and quantity. And quantity in size. Okay. So here we can see that one customer. This is outlier, right?
Mhm.
So this customer is like an outlier, and he has purchased 50 quantities, but his profit is negligible, right? He
Mhm.
has made the sale. So something is wrong with this customer. So this thing we can plot. So here we use size to denote the shape of this circle. So you can see here, this is small shape
Mhm.
because here the quantity is 42. Okay.
Yes.
Here if you see, this one is the bigger one because here you can see the quantity is 143.
143
So we have added the quantity as in shape.
size.
Okay. So if we increase this shape, then the size will also increase. Yeah, and it will increase and increase. This is amazing. So last one is a product sales and ratio profit. So we have a product information, product information. So you want to view product wise sales. So let's add this in here. This here. Here we go. And we want to see the profit ratio in color. Okay. Now if we change this here, this is on ascending and descending order. We can
Mhm.
change this. This gives us ascending and descending order. Okay, so you want this on the basis of descending maximum profit of on basis of maximum profit
Mhm.
by plotting this information. Okay, so once we add our plot, okay, then we prepare a dashboard. Okay, then we pull this information in our dashboard. So let's not start this. We will start working on dashboard in next week.
Mhm.
So your homework would be to add all this sheet by yourself without looking, or you can add more sheets or more questions
Mhm.
based on this data. You can come up with more questions, right?
Mhm.
So you can come up with your own finding,
Mhm.
and you can plot that information, right? So I
Okay.
want you to come with your own findings and your own visualization,
Mhm.
and also try to add this sort of information and see what's happening, and come up with your own interpretation, your own visualization.
Okay.
Okay, so that's it for today.
Mhm.
Okay, so
Okay.
try to solve this issue by yourself.
Mhm. Yeah. Yes. I will. I'll try to figure it out.
Yeah. So have I recorded this session or not? Does it shows recording?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, so let's stop